This episode is brought to you by female dog owners and the reason they own dogs. As I said in the last episode, and if you haven't seen it, subscribe to the fucking Patreon. But all women who own dogs either have daddy issues or they are spoiled brats. Argue me all you want, you can't think of a single friend that fits the bill. And even if you think to fight my argument would solve those issues, I'll tell you why you won't. Even if you end up homeless for the sake of not living off handouts and privilege, you're still taking your dog to the subway benches with you. You're going to go get therapy to solve your daddy issues? Your therapist is going to tell you to get a dog. Now, I'm not saying that every woman that has daddy issues or is a spoiled brat has a dog. I'm just saying every dog owner has one of the two. That's why I just want to be the perfect dog for my lady, so she can get rid of that bitch and pop me out of mud. Now, let's start the episode.
Our sins and woes. Our sins and woes. Our sins and woes.
Welcome to episode 64? 63? 63. Welcome to episode 63 of the Asses Woes podcast where a bunch of dumbass millennials talk about their dumbass opinions, their dumbass perspectives, their dumbass mistakes, and their dumbass complaints. I'm your host, Nelson. Thank you for joining me today. Shout out JPAT Records.
Gang.
Yo, Eric's gonna kick your ass. Subscribe to the YouTube. Need I say more? Subscribe to the fucking YouTube. Leave a like on this episode. Leave a comment saying, damn, Eric, I don't want to subscribe to your Patreon. Subscribe to the YouTube, leave a like on this episode, and tell Eric in the comment section that you don't want to subscribe to his Patreon. But Eric does have a Patreon coming out. Make sure you check out Eric Wells 2, or technically II, patreon.com/Eric Wells. II. That's a shameless plug for you, Eric. You'll never get another one of those. If you're interested in merch, go to the Zazzle. Zazzle.com/OurSinsAndWells. Go to the fucking website, yccentertainment.com. Check out our schedule. Check out all the other podcasts. Get interested in all the other shit. I feel like I don't talk about what comes with the website. You want to see the protests of every month for the Protest and Riot podcast? It's all there, plus all the episodes, plus all the audio links. You can literally just find everything you need for the entire company on the website. Tunes and Tantrums has a fucking playlist for every episode in a Spotify playlist on the website. Every artist that they bring up, album that they bring up, or track that they bring up is on a playlist on the page. Check it out. Blur Watch has their recommendations of the month for every month. Check it the fuck out. And fucking the Sticks podcast has goddamn Twitch streams all over their fucking page. So go to yccentertainment.com. Tell your friends about it. Just tell them to go to the homepage, find something they're interested in, and pick a podcast and subscribe to it. As far as shout outs, did Brittany Renner finally move back in with her mom yet?
Unsure.
Okay. Well, I can definitely get my shout-outs on today. With all that being said, as far as shout-outs, that's all I got. Let me go ahead and introduce my guest for today. Brien's here. I've used his pod. I've talked very highly of you in the past.
Thank you.
Yeah. Talented. I don't knock talent around here. Thank you for coming through. Your music fest was amazing.
Thanks, man.
We were all there, right? Everybody here was there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I've made it. I'm on Sins and Woes, man.
That's what it is.
I made it.
Only if you make it through the cancel culture.
Ah, shit.
Because we don't have bleep buttons out here. Also, shout out Sweats and Leggings podcast. And also, shout out the fact that I still won't go into their podcast because they plan on muting me. But you guys will thrive in TikTok because Non-Pharrell's here. That's why I'm talking shit right now. Say what? The bleep only if you do like a sin counter on me. That's what will make the bleeps fun. But the music fest was amazing. I was there for most of it, outside of the one time where I went to the bar and I was stuck there for 35 minutes waiting for a fucking drink. But I went back like 2 days later and rewatched it on live.
Yeah.
And then I got to work and I started from the beginning and rewatched it again.
Yeah.
So it was a very dope event. You doing another one soon?
That's the goal.
How often do you want to do it?
Man, I mean, sheesh. I mean, I want to hit 2022 running. So, I mean, we had another city already asking us to do one before the event even started. Manassas Park came in one of the head guys over there. I was like, we would love for y'all to do it over here. So we about to hit the ground running.
Nah, it was fire. It was a nice experience because I'm seeing people that I've seen routinely at the open mic. Shout out Girardi Coffee Shop. But I saw a lot of artists that was like, oh, it's nice to see you again on such a nice, like, established stage. And then there's some people like, yo, who the fuck are you and why haven't I heard you before?
Right. Yeah, there's some talent.
Yeah,
there.
absolutely. Yeah. Shout out to Xavier Cloud. Why am I wearing my glasses?
Facts.
J-Pat, you didn't tell me my glasses were on.
Well, nah, because you know I like the glasses being on. Keep them on.
Fuck you. Buyer?
Jacob. Yeah, it's my homie, man.
That kid is talented.
He is.
And I'm glad I got to see his, like, rehearsal before
Yeah.
he actually came on the show because I told you, like, I was like, truth be said, they're going to lose it when he comes up on stage.
Facts. And they did. Yeah.
They definitely did.
Yeah, man.
Y'all got to work on your arrangement, though.
What on?
Y'all arrangement?
Oh yeah, facts.
Because it was like, yo, there's so much talent at the end for the numbers to diminish the way that they did.
Yeah. We got some stuff to go back in and go to the drawing board, but going forward, I think we got the experiment out the way. That was the experiment to see how it would go, but we got it out of the way, and I'm excited.
Nah, it was a dope experience. Shout out Xavier Cloud.
Yeah, I haven't seen that boy, that homie, in a minute, so it was good to see him.
He's here every 3 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah, he's got a podcast under YCC. Shout out to Tunes and Tantrums. Yeah. He's got a podcast under the company. So shout out him and his shameless plugs that night because he definitely did shout out all of the podcasts on there during his episode. And Iris is the Woes he produced. Like, that's his song.
Okay.
Well, it's not his song. It's my song. I bought it from I Own It. Fuck you, Xavier Cloud, if you say otherwise. I own that bitch. But he sings that and produced it. Produced a couple other things that might happen tonight. But, yeah, no. It was a nice little talent spot for me.
Yeah.
You're not, like, going to open mics to, seek out talent.
Yeah.
Yeah, so appreciate you coming through after
thanks.
throwing such an event.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man.
Send in the day, will of the week.
Gang.
Yeah. You're supposed to say, let's get it. I'm gonna snitch. I'm telling Eric.
Oh, it's gang on everything.
On everything. Gang on everything. Send of the day, branding and marketing. Because I realized I don't really apply myself when it comes to that aspect. Like, I really should start walking downtown with a microphone and a camera and just bringing up the same conversations that I would bring up on the podcast. Just to get, like, real life reactions from people that aren't coming on the show. Now, I refuse to do that because it's fucking December and it's cold outside. And also, that requires extra content. And I do want to put that on for the Patreon portion so that I can get them their extra content other than just the extra Our Scissor Wolves episodes. But that marketing and branding is, I think, crucial because, what's up, Queen?
All right.
Ayana just walked in, so super shout out Sweats and Leggings podcast and all the toxic energy that I'm going to throw to them today because it's so fucking easy. But marketing, branding, and I realized, like, I had a conversation with J-Pat the other day. I was like, I never want to strive to have that, like, that one episode that blows me up because it's like, if I shoot episode 65 and it hits 1,000 views, or if episode 64 hits 20 views, and episode 65 hits 1,000 views, and then episode 64 hits 10 views, or, episode 66 hits 20 views, I'm over here like, well, you didn't come here for me. Mm-hmm. And that's the kind of basis I want to create, is like, you're there for the host and the conversation, the space that they create. Yeah. I enjoy having, the other guests on, and sometimes some episodes will do more than other because of who I have on, but I want you to not just be there for you being there for one episode is fine.
Yeah.
But continuously, that's the goal, is to bring you back continuously. Yeah. So, but I have a chip on my shoulder and a stick in my ass, Pulse. So my ego's through the roof on that matter. So I just be like, fuck it. No, I'm not gonna go out of my way to look for the biggest name in, the city, the music, or the city or that genre. Yeah. Because I don't need you to blow me up. I want this to be a progressional climb.
Facts.
But it is a double-edged sword in that matter because
it's the long run.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I tend to be patient with it, because it's never been about like making it big fast. I've always wanted to build my catalog first, but it does have its perks and its downfalls. So don't be me. Be better than me. Be the best me. That's my argument about that. Be the best me possible. That's my sin of the day, marketing and branding. Eventually, we're going to get there. Eventually, I want to get to a point where we can start promoting things a certain way. But I know what that entire, like live performances will change the algorithm for you.
Yeah.
And for us, I mean, we drop content on YouTube 6 days a week. Every day at 9 o'clock in the morning, you were getting something from us, except on Friday. No, you get something on Friday. Except on fucking what day is it? Monday. Monday's the only day that like nothing drops on YouTube. But every day, you're getting either a clip or a full episode on YouTube. But even on Monday, the Patreons are getting two things. They're getting an audio drop from one of the podcasts, and they're getting an audio drop for Cyrus as Woes, and a video drop from one of the other podcasts that are under the company. So every day there's something for somebody. But once you step into that live or you start producing more live, that's when you get into the algorithm a lot better.
Yeah.
So woe of the week. Podcast regulations. I love the fact that like the FCC doesn't have any kind of FDA. No, FTC, right? Am I saying the right thing? Who regulates TV?
No idea. Oh, the people who do the ratings.
Yeah.
No idea.
Fucking goddamn it, what are you good for? I think it's the FTC. But and I could be wrong. Fact check me if I am. Leave it in the comments. But whoever regulates TV, I think it's nice in podcasting because like nobody can limit what you say. I mean, they have to hope that cancel culture is going to take over. Because if I come out and say the most racist, politically incorrect, raunchy shit you ever heard in your life, no, I don't have to worry about an entity taking my podcast down. If I did that on Twitter, shut down.
Yeah.
If I say it on a radio station, I'm bleeped out. Live TV, not happening. Shout out Janet Jackson for showing that nip. She's the one that started it all.
I remember.
Very vividly.
Very vividly. Super Bowl. Yeah.
Shout out Justin Timberlake. Wait, are we shouting out Justin Timberlake? Are we allowed to? No, we're not allowed to. Yeah, he's been canceled, right?
Wait, has he?
Yeah, because of the whole Britney Spears trying to get her life together shit. And the obstacles that she's come in between. Some shit like that, right? I don't really pay attention to white people drama.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Nobody's got anything. But I think there should be some kind of regulation because at this point, the flooding is ridiculous for podcasting. Now, it's great because it's an uncontrolled, unregulated environment, such as like the metaverse and NFTs. But because it's so unregulated, it's a space where everybody can take advantage of. But then when I Google podcast or comedy podcasts, and all these podcasts that come up haven't shot an episode in 2-3 years. Like, I think there needs to be some kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Correction of the muddling.
Makes sense.
So that everybody's not filling that shit up. Yeah. So, podcast regulation is necessary. What are you doing? What are y'all doing? And why are y'all whispering like that?
We can't talk loud.
Okay. Yes, I am. If y'all don't correct yourselves, get comfortable. I don't know why y'all niggas is acting so nervous. I will kick you off your game. You are my guest. Our Sins and Woes was shot in front of a live studio audience, okay? So I need the live studio audience to act live, all right? Except that singing shit. You talk way too fucking much, and if you do it again, I will stop you.
Brien is the man.
Hey Keith, I'm not gonna let Pharrell disrespect you like the way he just did right now. Okay, he said Brian's here and it's Brien show, but he did not say that about Keith when Keith came on. So Keith Anthony, I'm not gonna let Pharrell disrespect you. You're out of line, you're foul, and you're a horrible friend for the shit that just came out of your mouth just now.
I mean, if this gets the ratings higher, it gets the Keith is broke, so he already know what time it is.
All right.
Brian, he already know what time it is. I realized I was a little.
You were tipsy off 2 shots of Tito's.
I don't like that word. I might have been inebriated.
Do you remember?
I said that's feel like tipsy is.
Do you remember your after party?
Wait, what after party?
He's like,
You didn't show up. You missed it.
Wait, what after party?
No, you can pull up.
wow. See, he doesn't even know. He was gone. He doesn't even know.
You snitching at yourself right now. Now you made yourself, and now we're getting juicy. You make yourself look like the bad guy right now.
No, he pulled up.
I did.
Well, obviously, he already said that in his opening statement. You know he likes white women, right?
Who does? Who does? Hold on, Nampi?
No, it's an insider. I ain't gonna call out no names on that one.
Hey, y'all ain't about to put me in the hot seat.
You don't like white women?
Ayana's in there. You ready? Relax.
Hey, Yana, representing for the HBCU.
I was so worried about Eric pushing down them stairs the other day.
We all went to HBCUs here. Check it.
What?
Did you go to HBCU?
Does he look like he went to HBCU?
No, he don't. No, he don't.
Is that a shot? Are you taking a shot at me right now?
You damn nice.
I went to college online at a school in Florida.
Online college?
Mhm.
No dorm experience?
I took every class. No, because I was already.
That's the problem right there.
Oh, yeah.
That's the
Oh,
problem.
you wasn't outside.
Right there.
Oh, my early life experience was similar to the college life. I just didn't do it through college. Did it through other experiences. We'll talk about it on the Patreon, maybe. But y'all good? God damn
They
it.
told me to whisper. That's why.
They told you to whisper? No, I would actually prefer, if you're going to talk louder, because then it looks weird when I can't hear you in the background.
Gotcha.
That's why I need to reach out to Marquise, because Marquise, right? Marquise? Yeah.
You
I'm
said
Marquis.
Marquis.
I need to reach out to him to borrow his shotgun mics so that I could just, yeah.
They're mine, but you can ask me.
All right. Fair. Bring it next time, bitch. Now I'm throwing that word aggressively now. That was foul and that was shady. That's my woe of the week. Get a hand on these fucking podcasts so mine's is easier to find because I'm dropping an episode every fucking week. And I think more people should be exposed to it, except these fucking podcasts that haven't dropped an episode in several months. Also, shout out Catching Some C's podcast. That's me being petty. But make sure you check out Catching Some Z's podcast. They haven't dropped an episode in a couple months, but they're still dope. Shout out to Z's. Yeah, that's my woe of the week. Brien, welcome.
Thanks, man.
Now, I have talked many a times about you. First of all, that fucking shit. What was his name? DJ Sasquatch? No. The guy at the open mic. Yeah, there you go. I've talked many times about like that episode. I mean, that's how
He was in this section. That made my birthday. DJ Snake came. DJ Snake in
DJ
this section.
he
That
pulled
was
up?
That made my birthday. I said, bro, you pull up. He
That's
pulled
dope.
up. He got there and pulled up.
That's
what?
dope.
He had a great time.
That's
what?
dope. That's dope.
Oh, you didn't tell me about your birthday.
I legit feel like
You didn't invite me to your birthday.
Man, no, seriously, that's dope.
No, it was lit.
You didn't invite
That's
me to
dope.
your birthday.
You said.
I feel like
you
that's
said,
not true.
he
Somebody
said,
said that you said you couldn't.
He said I gotta work in the morning. We're not talking to him.
I will make it for a birthday. Where did you say you were going for your birthday? Wait, that was after the thing? Oh, that's because it was Gaysville. And I was like, I'm not trying to make that trip.
All of us grow up like you can around us.
Contrary to what Tim just said, I do not love all white people. Some of my niggas are cool. But I do not love all white people. I just tolerate most of the mayonnaise sapiens. Why did both of y'all collectively put y'all? And wait, is that a bleepable word?
I mean,
Okay, cool, because that's my favorite tagline. Not all white people are mayonnaise sapiens, just like all black people aren't niggas. But you mayonnaise sapiens know who y'all are. So do you niggas. I don't remember being invited to your birthday. And if I did, you should have made an exception and shot it a little bit earlier if I had work the next morning. That shows me you don't give a fuck about me. Okay.
I invited everybody because I love everybody. And nobody, well, no, it was a good amount of people. White people didn't come, though.
You said white people didn't come?
A lot of people didn't come.
Oh.
There were white people in the section.
I had work the next morning. I would have came if I didn't have work. It was the first Friday. I have work every first Friday, Saturday. Every first Friday, Saturday. The day after every first Friday?
You said because I asked you if you was coming too, and that's what you told me.
Yeah, I work every first Friday. Or the day after every first Friday. Every first Saturday. That's the word I was looking for. I work every first Saturday. Huh? Yeah, and then I leave out of the house at 4:30 in the morning to go to work.
You should have left straight from Sapphire. You've been hype.
We wasn't that lit afterwards.
All right. That's bad influence, guys. Okay? So that's why you don't trust your friends and you go out and drink with strangers, because your friends will have you fucked up and the strangers don't trust you to drink around them. If there was ever a public service announcement that I ever given you guys in an episode, it was that right now. Don't drink with your friends, drink with strangers. Good? All right. Brien. So I always go back to that moment where DJ Snake asked you if you needed somebody to rap for you.
Yeah, I saw that episode.
Your response was, "Can I try this?" Which is funny because I don't know how he's missed. I mean, I think at that time, that was probably my third time seeing you up on stage.
Right.
And it's like every time you get in there, you freestyle.
Yeah.
And you're an asshole.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you get in there and you flex.
Yeah, I do.
Very crucially.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just like, hey, I know I've never met you before, but I see you have an instrument. Play that thing, and I'm going to do something over it.
Yeah. That's how that goes.
That's real talent, though. Being able to freestyle over just about anything.
Yeah.
I'm always glad to be in your presence. Say, Jeremy, hit my red button. So, I want to see if you can freestyle over this.
Wow. Right now?
Yeah, right now.
Yo, I don't ever need a minute. I can get it whenever. God damn, that's the talent. This is nice and clever. I just pull the strings, I just pull the lever. I just do it right now, the next time do it better. Freestyling on Sizzin' Woes with their bros, oh yeah. Hot like a sauna right here is Ayana, freestyling off the top, off the rope. The flow is like a drug, god dang, because it's dope. I put Jesus in my music and just give them hope. I always say things they remember because it's quotes, so quote it. If he says it, then it's wrote it. God dang, man. I ain't Lil Yachty burning these tracks. I bowed it like you already know, like it's voted. Come around, man, let's do it. He's doing it like heroic, like poets. Freestyling, man, like a million. 3 times do it, oh yeah, that's a trillion. Feeling every beat like it's somewhere in my skin. God dang, pulling strings, guitars, and violins. Doing it for the girls, they mamas, they cousin, and they men. Probably doing it for Tia, Tamira, and them Olsen twins. God dang, for a house, just chitting on this couch. God dang, one day I just want me some kids and a spouse. I don't never want them sign them papers, or I had that conversation and she kicking me out. This is forever right now and for better. God dang, man, I'm just doing it for 4 letters, yeah. Freestyling since I was 8. Since mama said eat them beats like them dinner plates. Vegetables, man, that's vegetables. Every time I rap, it's out the world, extraterrestrial. That's an alien feeling like it's Mars. I be riding on these beats like I just up in the car. I don't know if I'm on like a 16 or a 32 bar. It don't matter. Every time I rap, that boy still go hard. It's like a cement. I leave this thing down in the cement, and I ain't having sex up in the game, so no cement. Repent right now if you need to. Man, they said who do you need? I said need who? Need you. God dang, I might cut these lines and then bleed blue. red, blue, whatever the color. Get on these tracks and go blind, homie, that's Stevie Wonder. Ray Charles and Mr. Georgia, I know it's recorded. God dang, I already know right now it's recorded. So record that, relax, tell them relapse. I get on these beats and just exercise, that's jumping jacks. Eat these beats like Apple Jacks, man, that's just so cereal. Giving it to them all straight, never ever subliminal. Right now, give it to them dang on like Sins and Woes. Second podcast I done did though in like 2 years. The first time I did was last year, right after we did that thing where we had all them people come and it was at the museum. What did we do? Shoot, I know, it was like some kind of rally, like what's next was the rally, dude. We up here, we rally, bro, come around with the valley, though. Hair's long like beauty supplies at Miss Sally's, bro. Yeah, you already know we come around with the rally, yo. God dang, the bro said it, dang, he's super talented,
Music
though.
Fest.
Music Fest, yeah, we had over 20 artists, man, they always up to eating like they starving. God dang, get on these beats and just flame them just like a arson. I can do this thing every day, daily, like Mr. Carson. Mr. Carson flow like that MTV. God dang, man, my mom was Miss Vicky. That was his teacher. Now we in the games, got to get up off the bleachers. Never suck like leeches.
V20 Records.
V20, yeah, they got plenty of those recordings. We ballin' just like Jordan, we sportin'. Come around here, man, with the boards and give me another word that I can go
Team
rolling.
Fan Swap.
Yo, they already know we don't stop. Shout out Mr. Frank Lee who created that fan swap. They got Ashley and all of the teams. They already know we got your back, homie, just like a spleen.
Sweats and leggings.
Man, sports and leggings. What you expecting? Come around here, yeah, they directing. Every time they on this thing, like, man, we out here just up here just making these cuts just like it was a C-section.
I'm just here to flex.
I'm just here to flex. Get on these things and probably do something like what's next. Man, this stuff is just freestyle. So I say the first thing that comes to my mind, like I probably got Tourette's.
Got my
What's
shit
next?
back.
That's enough. You gotta pay him to come in this
Yeah, man. Hey,
He gonna keep going.
hey, listen. I'm exactly where I want to be now. Add tax, bro. Like,
He posted on Facebook
yeah.
is real.
yeah, bro. If you gonna have me doing this, I need
You need a check?
I need my check, bro. This is a freestyle, but these styles ain't free, bro.
Hey, you already here. I appreciate you doing that.
I appreciate you playing that beat.
That was Xavier Cloud.
Oh, facts. I
That was
like
another
it.
beat by him.
I like it. That was a nice beat.
I figured you right on that when I heard it. Yeah, appreciate. God damn. Yeah, nah, he was riding that beat. There was a moment where like the background kind of like soothed up and it got slow. And he eased it to that motherfucker so slick. Our says Woes, baby. Certain things I'm not gonna say you only get here. Shout out Gerani's Coffee Shop. Show up. Come to the open mic. He does this shit all the time.
I do.
I'm trying to figure out how he gets paid there
Where?
at Gerani's.
At open mic?
Yeah, for
I'm
freestyling.
about to start little.
Oh, so you weren't in the past?
Huh?
So you weren't in the past?
What, to do those?
No, the freestyle.
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm about to start though.
Then I ain't paying this nigga.
I'm
This
about to
style
start.
was free. No, I'm kidding.
I'm about to start. Like, the only way I'm freestyling tonight is if you bring your Cash App out right now. And I need y'all to like, come on. Like, this is a freestyle, but this style ain't free. Like,
style ain't free.
I need y'all to pay that.
I will link Brian's Cash App in the description bar below.
Swear, bro.
Except when I called. No, he came and saved me. When he came. I was spitting, and I said, he in his dance.
Oh, when Frank did that Frank the host shit on stage?
No, it was literally like a few weeks ago.
That's what I'm saying. That Frank was
It
there.
might have been, yeah.
Frank was doing that Frank the host
Yeah,
shit.
it was.
If there was-
Yeah, and I just walked in, and I had no idea what you was bringing me into. You just said, get on there and just go. I was like,
What happened?
That was
They
Frank.
made me work. Frank made me play behind everybody.
Yeah.
On the keyboard. So I said, okay, he going to work.
I thought Frank was going to freestyle during the moment, and I thought Frank was going to freestyle.
You
He
thought-
looked at me. He was like, "But I'm a host, so what I'm supposed to do is
you thought
find
Frank
the
was
talent."
going to rap?
Frank was going to beatbox.
Oh, yeah, he beatbox.
I know
but
he
if you ask
beatbox, but I
to
thought
rap,
Frank was going to rap.
Frank ain't about to rap. You know what, man? Much respect to Frank.
Oh,
man.
he's an idol in my podcasting world, or
Yeah,
my hosting
facts.
world.
Facts.
He's definitely an idol in that.
Yeah.
Because
Frank
that
ain't gonna
shit,
rap, though.
that shit blew me when he did that. And
Yeah.
then he got her to sing.
Ooh.
He got her to sing, and I was like, that's crazy.
Can I take my cardigan off?
Yes. Are you getting hot after all
Yeah,
that? Them freestyles. Yeah, I definitely appreciate you, Coach. J-Man, you didn't see that coming, did you?
No, I did not. Thoroughly impressed.
That moment when Frank came out there and did all that, because everybody, it was you, this guy, Keith Anthony, getting her to sing. That moment was one of my favorite moments of Girardi. And the other one was when Al, Eve, Tim was all playing the instruments in the background. Yeah. He was just rapping over it.
Yeah, man. I'll tell you the truth, man. Like, that's probably one of my favorite things about being an artist, if I'm being completely honest with you. It's being able to freestyle. I had an older brother that I looked up to growing up, and he rapped, and he would freestyle same way. Like, he would just turn on the beat and freestyle, and I would sit and be enamored by it. Like, how the heck, like, to me, it was like, man, this dude has a magical power. Like, how do you do that? And I took it upon myself. When I was around 11, 12, he knows I was a bad kid. So I was in alternative school around that time. I would just come home because I got out of school early. All the kids would still be in school. I'd come home, turn on my computer, turn on sound recorder, and go on SoundClick where all the beats were and just turn on beats, press record, and just sit in this apartment and just go. Did it make sense? Absolutely not. Nothing made sense.
But you practiced it.
I've been practicing freestyling since I was 11, 12.
That's
so
crazy.
when
I don't ever hear anybody say I practice freestyling.
I've been practicing. I knew how to freestyle before I knew how to write.
Yikes.
Yeah, like I can write, but I knew how to freestyle was set for me as a rapper.
That was your first talent.
That was my first thing. Yeah, before I ever knew how to write, I would write and rip up the paper because I didn't know how to, like, I hated my writing, but I knew how to freestyle.
That's crazy that you say it because, like, when you say it like that, that makes my life make so much more sense.
Yeah.
Because, like, freestyling is, playing in a certain, it's I don't want to say comedic timing, but it's talent timing.
Yeah, it is.
Like comedy.
It is.
In regards to comedic timing.
Yeah.
So the fact that that's something you have to hone, and you can't just be like, I would have thought before right now, before you, I would have thought like, nah, people are born with the ability to freestyle.
Yeah.
Because they can, come up with the next thing fast. But I realized, nah, it is a training process. Even for me, like, the shit I probably got away with quick-wittedly saying in episode 1 through 5
Right.
does not touch a candle to where I can get, like, my one-liners now.
Yeah.
And most of that shit comes off the top of my fucking head as quick as possible, but I've been doing it for so long.
Exactly.
Maybe I have been practicing
Exactly.
saying the first thing that comes to my mind in a well-organized fashion.
Yeah.
That's crazy that you've been freestyle. That's crazy that you said you can freestyle before you could rap, or before you could write.
Yeah.
So, y'all had it here first. If you want more, Cash App them.
Fact.
Or just,
Brien Music.
there you go. Because we have used one of your songs. And if you don't know, Human is definitely in our SoundCloud playlist plug of the week. So make sure you check it out there. But you said you started freestyle since you were 8?
I started rapping at 8. I started freestyling around 11.
Wait, what?
Yeah. I've been so my older brother wrote my first rap.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
okay. All
So
right.
I've been
Rhythmically, you were able to
so
rap.
I've known how to rap since I was 8.
But you didn't start becoming a songwriter until after you started freestyling.
Oh, I didn't become a songwriter till 18, 19.
Recently.
Yeah, till like last week. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, no, I freestyled for a long time. And then I didn't start writing songs until I met Frank. So
Frank would be the one.
exactly. Exactly.
I owe him in such respect, but I hate that motherfucker because I envy some of his talent. Like,
man.
I didn't know you could have a hosting talent until I met Frank. Because I be thinking, like, Cyrus and Woes is good. Yeah. And I look at this nigga, I'm like, yo, fuck you, bro.
What can he do?
That is, yeah, he's not multi-veritable.
Yeah.
Fuck. It's kind of you said a bar there. I got to figure out how I'm going to bounce off that properly. Oh, no, I know exactly what. Are talented people responsible for holding untalented people accountable? And I say that to say, if you're a good rapper, a very talented rapper, is it your job to tell somebody that sucks at rapping and they've been rapping their whole life that maybe they should pursue other course?
You want my honest answer?
I want your honest answer.
Okay, so the way that I see it, let's say that I see somebody who I might not think that they have the best ability. My job, honestly, is to encourage them and say, hey, great job. And maybe along their lines, they'll see that maybe they should or shouldn't be doing it. That's not my job to tell them they shouldn't be doing it.
You don't think so?
What if
At 60, they make it.
What if when I first started freestyling, I was making no sense, the person I was better?
I'm not talking about that time span. I'm definitely not talking when you're that young.
Okay.
But I mean, like, if you've seen a nigga rap since he was 15, and this nigga still ain't got a single that's got over 100 clicks at 45.
Yeah.
Like, are you going to be the one to tell him, bro, this isn't your job?
Don't be a dream killer.
Fuck
Ain't
that
my
shit.
job, man.
I'm killing that nigga's dreams. What?
There's a reason why he didn't give me a mic tonight. I'm just shutting up.
What do you think is a proper role, Tim? What do you think is a proper role? Because I know you. Nah, you're not gonna do this. Because I know you would have William hung somebody.
I think it's easier to constructively encourage rappers than singers. With singers, you should tell them, yo, you should probably try something else. Or, yo, you should probably start.
That's all I'm asking. Are you allowed to tell somebody that they should try something
But
else?
it's easier with singers because some singers that can't sing can write. Like, yo, you should be writing for people.
You don't think that's disrespectful if you telling a singer, like, nah, you should just be a songwriter? That sounds funny. If somebody says you be like, nah, bro, you're better as a songwriter.
And they should be like, if I can get paid, let me do it. But they won't.
No, they'll be like, my feelings are hurt.
But rappers, it's hard because rap is subjected to your fan base.
Yeah, but garbage is garbage, no matter
Well,
like who you are.
most
I know
rappers-
trash because it goes in a trash can.
You can't tell a rapper like you're trash. You can say like
Sure you can.
you can say what you could do better. Yo, you should work on your punchlines. Oh, you
Yeah.
should work on your cadence better. I think you can encourage a rapper better than a singer.
Yeah.
A singer either got it or he don't.
That's true.
Or she or a rapper you can kind of
Yes, there are more elements of rapping that you can teach. You can teach somebody how to how to cadence better. You can teach a rapper how to flow better. You can't you can teach a rapper how to deliver it. Shit, back in our days, I had to learn because J Pat's here and only J Pat knows of my old-fashioned music career.
All right.
You'll still never get that mixtape, The Fall in the Rise, but it's still in the pocket. But even back then, there were certain things that I had to like learn how to bring my own energy about that. Now I've utilized it to podcasting, so that's easy because I'm talking, and my voice sounds stupid when I rap. So, but at a certain point, like I feel like you should be able to tell somebody like, nah, bro, this ain't for you. This ain't your space.
But sometimes it's just expression. Like rap is so expressive.
But you're talking about content creation, I think.
Are we
I think you're getting
talking
misconstrued with content creation. I'm not talking about being a
Pursuing
rapper.
music career in rap?
No, just like
Or rapping at open mic. Because at open mic, I could, hey, yo, you killed it. If you get the crowd involved at open mic, you won. I don't care about how gifted or talented. I don't care.
I agree. I
They wanna
agree.
Stream your stuff, maybe not.
I agree.
But you got them engaged. Something about you.
But I don't think just because you're at open mic, you're trying to pursue a career in
No,
music.
I don't either.
That's true.
That's the difference,
Most
though.
aren't.
But like, if somebody's trying to hand you their mixtape on the street and
If
you
they're
listen to it,
saying, yo, let's do a record together. Now I can tell you. 'Cause now-
okay, will you tell a garbage nigga no?
If what?
If he's like, hey, you trying to do a track with me?
You know what
And
I'm
he
gonna do? To be honest, I'm gonna say I'll do it, but it's gonna cost you. I mean, that's my.
Nah, that's fair.
that's my-
I got nothing
that's
for
my
that.
lateral.
That's fair. So you do homie hookups for talented niggas.
Yeah.
Nah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to be the one to tell motherfuckers like, no. Because I've had to do it in the past. Now, regardless of whether those niggas listen to me, it's on them.
Yeah.
But I've given my suggestions. And some niggas because I'm keen on putting out certain things from certain niggas and be like, yo, I love this about you. I'm not really a fan of that.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of people that walk in the open mic and I'd be like, nah, I'm not really a fan. And y'all would be surprised.
Yeah.
It's not really a conversation I need to have with them in those moments.
Right.
But that's because just because you're at open mic doesn't mean you're pursuing a musical career.
No, that's true.
So-
I know a lot of people that's out there that
So-
I'm like Eve. Shout out Eve.
Mhm.
Eve, take music serious.
Yeah. No, she definitely does. I love when she gets out of that bubble.
I do too.
Once she gets out of that bubble, it's like, holy fucking shit, girl, you could blow this damn roof off.
Yeah. But she won't take it serious.
Yeah.
I'm like, Eve, just record a video of you singing and post it.
That's all it takes. Especially if you're that kind of talented. Like, yeah, you with a guitar and just vocal alone. Shout out Eve. He's super talented. Yeah. She just gotta stop being nervous. That's my only thing.
Yeah.
But fuck. Oh no, and that's why I say I think it's content creation as a whole, because a lot of people are like, "Hey, I'm a producer, rapper, singer, songwriter," and your only talent might be production.
Mm-hmm.
Your only talent might be songwriter. But if you're, that's why I throw content creation in there, because if you're a content creator and all you do is post TikTok and all your TikTok skits are garbage,
Right.
it doesn't matter whether you're singing, dancing, or just fucking having fun. Your videos are fucking garbage. You're a garbage content creator. Everything that you're doing is garbage.
And you would tell them that.
I would 100% tell them that.
Okay.
But I might just be in a matter of trolling.
Right.
That might be the big difference.
Okay.
It's like, I might just be trolling their bullshit. It's just like, hey, man, get this dude the fuck off the internet. But I think, because it goes back to a basketball player. Like, I think that's a good analogy for the situation. It's like, if you're a basketball player and this guy's like, yo, I've been playing my whole life, and that nigga sucks after playing his whole life. You're
Yeah.
not about to bring him on the stadium court.
Yeah.
You might play backyard basketball with him,
Yeah.
but you're not bringing something official,
Yeah.
because at that point, talent is important.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. If you're a big name artist, you're not gonna bring some whack nigga to open your show for you.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the equivalent of telling somebody, nah, you don't meet the standards.
Right.
You're not as good as you might aspire to be or think you are.
True.
So I'm definitely one to tell these niggas they suck. But I try not to, as long as they are. I don't tell them they suck if I'm not better than the people I'm comparing myself to. I can't tell a lot of podcast hosts they suck unless they really suck.
Right.
But, like, I'm not the bar.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't really know who the bar, because a lot of niggas say Joe Rogan. I'm like, I don't even think Joe Rogan's the best podcast host out here.
Yeah.
Like, Joe Rogan just has a giant catalog and good guest.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's the best podcast host out there. Fight me if you disagree. I'm kidding. Don't fight me. Fight me in the comment section if you disagree. If you think Joe Rogan is the best podcast host, just step your podcast up. That's first and foremost. But
You ever heard of Megan Batoon?
Megan Platoon?
Batoon.
No.
Okay. She has a podcast, I think. But I was just wondering. All right.
Is she good?
Looking.
Oh, she's got that pretty perk.
Yeah.
Pretty privilege?
Yeah. She's
Shout out to
she's
episode
gorgeous.
52. Or 62. Yeah, shout out to episode 62. Yeah. But I'm definitely going to be one to call y'all out, because you guys are talentless and you think you're the shit. But only in certain settings. Like, if you tell me I should come on your show because I know how to talk about things. I fucking hate that. I'm so tired. That's the one thing I'm tired of dealing with, is like people say, hey, you should. So after the last episode, subscribe to the Patreon, because the reason why I went from 61 to 63 is because you're not a Patreon. If you want to see 62, it's a Patreon exclusive. Shout out to my homegirl Alaska. She came through and brought some entertainment. So, but after I did that episode with her, we met at the place where we originally met, and her friends were basically like we were talking about the dog ownership conversation that we had during that episode. And we were talking about that at the place, and her friends were like, you should let us come on the podcast. We love to argue.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, that's not really the premise of this podcast.
Right.
I don't just bring people on so we can have arguments.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it's just a casual fucking conversation. It's not an interview. It's just conversation. Get people to know your insights as opposed to like your backstory.
Yeah.
So, but you coming out and telling me, hey, you should let me on your podcast because I like to argue. That's an instant hell no. Even J Pat was quick to, hop on that one. Like, have you ever been on a podcast before? J Pat's been here for countless fucking episodes. He's been my guest 5 times. He knows how this shit goes.
Right.
He knows how much work has to go into just producing one episode of a podcast. And I'm not even talking about the post-production. I'm talking about the pre-planning.
Yeah.
Like, you saw me over there. Yeah. So, just for one episode, motherfuckers think like I can just get on your podcast and talk. It's like, no, motherfucker, you think you can come on my podcast and bite my content.
Yeah.
Because if you say, you should let me on your podcast, and I say, we're going to talk about it, and you say, I don't know, I got nothing for you. Now, this is not a shot. Because it's one thing, because when I tell you, like, hey, hit me with some topics, you're like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But you thought about it, and you had some thoughts.
Right.
And I would have called Cap anyway, because you're a freestyler. So.
Yeah.
I was definitely calling bullshit when I saw the message.
Yeah.
But that's different because I scouted you.
Right.
I came up to you and was like, yo, you should come on my show.
Yeah.
That's one thing.
Yeah.
If I ask you to come on my show, that's because this ain't a music podcast.
Right.
Tunes and Tantrums is for that. But it's easier to find music artists to come on the show because y'all are content creators.
Right.
I don't know many TikTokers that are walking up and down the streets. But I know a lot of artists up and down Manassas.
Right.
So that's why it's easier to bring on those kind of people, content creators. You can make something out of just a thought.
Yeah.
So and when it turns into a 2-hour conversation, it's like, oh yeah, we did this shit.
Yeah.
But for somebody that just says, I love to argue, that means you want me to bring you an argument and you want to talk back towards me about it for 2 hours. And then motherfuckers don't understand how the 2-hour like that shit works.
Right.
It's like a song. How much time goes into, I give you 5 minutes of content. You don't realize how much went into just a 5-minute fucking song. Granted, this nigga just gave y'all a 3.5 minute freestyle.
No. People don't realize what goes into a 3-minute song.
Exactly.
It's not just here, bloop. No, there's work.
A lot that goes into it.
There's work behind that.
Even like if I take the podcast premise for where are they at? Jeremy, where they at?
Sounds like the kitchen.
Oh my God, these things are just hanging out in my house. Tim, you're supposed to be EPing shit when I leave. How are you EPing studying from the kitchen? Also, more news on that next year for what I just said. But these niggas came over my house to have fucking therapy sessions. I got a white woman for y'all if y'all need a therapist. No? Okay. But anyways, they don't like the fact that I have a white woman therapist. Conversation for another time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, white women don't understand black struggles, so I can't find what I need. Tune in to episode 55. Yeah, 55. Our Sizzle Woes podcast.
Wow.
And also shout out Swiss League's podcast. But you coming through and you're trying to bite off my content. So then, like, you expect me to come up with everything. It's, in just this 2 hours, the amount of prep time that I have to go through for this episode. Like, I tell every guest, give me 3 topics. I come up with the rest of them. And that's the pay programming, the sin of the day, the woe of the week, most of the talking points in the middle, and then the new segment that I'm doing today, if you want to find it, subscribe to the Patreon, because that's the only time I'm going to be doing that. But I got some smoke with the Gen Zers, so I'm going to do that every episode. But the amount of work that has to go into just the thought process of like, okay, this is my guest. These are the kind of things we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
I have to plan all that just based off who the guest is. This isn't a podcast where I have the same person every time. If I had the same person every time, it'd be Protest and Riot. It'd be easy.
Yeah.
Protest and Riot is fucking easy outside of the fact that me and Penrose have to look up articles to discuss during those episodes.
Yeah.
But the conversation, we're both podcast hosts in our own rights, so we're just podcast hosts combining on a matter. But again, you don't know how much work goes into 3 minutes.
A lot.
And that's just on the music scale is so much different because of everything that's entwined. I don't really have to worry about, the intro is the same every episode. The outro is the same every episode. The plug of the week's different. Even that requires research. You know what I mean? Hours I spend in just going through fucking SoundCloud to find people.
Yeah.
just use a song that would fit the playlist
Right.
for the audience, that kind of shit. Like, so when people say you should let me have on your podcast like that, it's that comedy conversation all over again. When everybody says, "Oh, you're funny, you should be a comedian." Brandon Moore has been on my podcast 3 times. That motherfucker will tell you, comedy is not easy. I get insulted.
That's a talent, man.
To be able to control a room like that.
Yeah, to look at somebody and say, "I'm going to make you laugh," without
And
tickling.
then
them.
actually make them laugh.
Yeah, like that's a talent.
You said without tickling them.
Yeah, facts. Without tickling them, bro. That's some talent, man. For real.
Yeah, people make it like they shit. Content creation as a whole, music, podcasting, even the YouTubers, the TikTokers, all that shit. Like the amount of personality you have to bring a fucking video game streamer. That shit is not easy.
Nope.
Because especially I think video game streamers have it really hard in comparison to a lot of other people, because that's some shit you have to do by yourself. You got to be able to, like, these streamers go on for 3-4 hours of streaming. There's no way you're just playing the game. Like, you have to find a way to keep your audience interested for these extended amount of times.
Yeah.
For 3 or 4 hours, I don't know what I would do with a podcast episode with 3 or 4. I'd have to have a full house.
Yeah.
And microphones all the way around for me to be able to give you 3 to 4 hours of content.
Right.
So I've been doing this long enough where 2 hours isn't hard for me anymore.
Yeah.
So, yeah, stop telling me you'd be great on my show. Especially if you don't watch an episode. That's my shit. I fucking hate that shit. Because then I'll tell people when they say that, like, shout out Alaska. Alaska would have never came on if she didn't watch it. I feel like I already said that. Did you feel?
No.
Okay. Alaska would have never came on if she didn't watch an episode.
No.
I've had casual conversations with her, but I was like, I'm not, like, you don't really trigger me as the type of person that will, like, you be great on my show.
Yeah.
But then she watched it out. She said she was interested in coming on my show. I made one request. I was like, all right, watch an episode. See how you feel about it.
Yeah.
Came back and said, I really enjoyed it. Still want to come on. All right, cool. But at that point, during that time, we've had conversations.
Yeah.
I understand how your mind works. I understand where I can trip you up and where I can, like, have fun with you.
Right.
So those are the things I'm looking for when I have conversations. If your introductory statement is like, yo, let me be on your podcast, I'd be great for it, and you don't know what my podcast can consist of, I get out here and say the most wildest shit.
Yeah.
I don't want you to get over here and be like, I never saw that coming. Like, I didn't think you were capable of such evilness. Like, suck my ass. Like, you should have done your fucking research. Because that shit is all over fucking YouTube. It's all over fucking social media. Like, all you had to do was subscribe and watch a clip. Or not subscribe. Well, you don't have to follow. Just do the research.
Yeah.
I knew before I did your plug of the week, I met you at the Thanksgiving giveaway.
Yeah.
I always forget that. But I didn't know you rapped until I saw you at the Cypher. Then I started seeing you at the open mic. You gave me, because I remember you gave me your SoundCloud at the Cypher. And then after time, I finally dove in through your whole catalog and shit. And that's when I used, you did California, but I still found Human.
Yeah.
Before you performed it. Because you only performed it because of me. You're welcome.
Yeah. I still haven't performed that song yet.
Yeah. Yeah, I said I was like, I love California, but I had to use Human because it's longer.
Yeah.
It allows for a longer intermission in between the episode.
Yeah.
But I still go through your catalog.
Yeah.
Especially if I want to like pull you on in the plug of the weeks. There's some I had this conversation with Keith Anthony. Some SoundCloud plug of the weeks, that's not true. There are SoundCloud playlists that I've come across, and I'm like, well, I go through your whole catalog. You don't have one good song. Maybe I use that song, maybe I won't.
Yeah.
You're trying to steer me to this song, and I'm like, man, but that song is better for my audience. Like, but I'm going to give you time of day. I'm going to like go through your catalog. I'm not going to be like, yeah, you're a rapper. You should send me your favorite song, and I'm going to put it on my plug of the week. No, I'm going to check.
Yeah.
I'm going to do my research.
Yeah.
So, and I just wish people would do that. Even when like suggestions come. I think around the first 10 episodes, I was in a mindset of like, what's your, I think in like early 10 episodes, I was like, hey, does anybody have any suggestions for what we should talk about? My point with Irison's Woes is like, if I ask that question and your response is, well, they're digging up oil in the Middle East. That's not what we give a fuck about over here. we don't care about that on Irison's Woes. That's not the content of the That's not the premise of the podcast content.
Yeah.
Now, if you're saying like, well, how would the roles be switched if Kyle Rittenhouse was black? Well, tune in episodes 5 of Protest and Riot. That's what that's for.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the cover band lead singer that peed on the guy on stage? Tune in to Tunes and Tantrums. There's a podcast for that. How do you feel about the new Spider-Man movie? Blurred Watch. Yeah. What's your issues with Bethesda Activision? The Sticks. Like, there's a podcast for different shit. Like, we don't just think just because. Yeah. Just because you think, like, I have a podcast that my go-to is current events.
Yeah.
That's definitely not what we give a fuck about here. We talk about generational trends and social media arguments.
Right.
That's what our Sins and Woes is consistently based it off, is like, what is the trends talking about?
Yeah.
What are the trends bitching about? What are the trends saying? What are the trends exploiting? And what are the trends doing?
Mm-hmm.
It's more like that.
It's a millennial podcast.
It's 100% a millennial because it's my perspective, and I usually have millennial guests.
It's millennial.
Yeah, 100%. Well, I mean, we are the floodgates of. Never mind. I'll keep that one inside my head. But yeah, that's what I try to tell people. It's like, yo, if your first suggestion is something that I say that's not what my show is about, that pisses me off that you even threw out a suggestion.
Yeah.
That's like, what kind of rapper would you describe yourself as?
Lyrical, conscious.
Okay, well, so if I say, hey, man, you should start harmonizing more on your music. You should add more harmonization on your music and start singing longer courses and shit. Right. Like, I didn't understand the assignment.
Yeah. True.
I sucked at school and I failed every class. Like, I did not understand the assignment. Like, I give Keith shit all the time because Keith's he's a Christian rapper, but I always tell him he's a depression rapper because it pisses
Keith
him
Anthony?
off. Yeah, I tell him he's a depression rapper.
Kid?
Yeah, Kid.
He's a Christian rapper?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Did you hear his track Water?
No, I heard the last joint.
He did it live, but like the actual track.
The joint back
he
in
just
the
recently
days
dropped?
when I was
Yeah.
young. That joint's dope.
Lyrically.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
Facts. No, facts. Okay.
So-
You're right.
Yeah, he could say,
You're
because shout out LaManning Wench, but Father Harris was the one that told me that. He was like, he's a Christian rapper. I was like, no, he's a depression artist. He hates hearing that shit.
That's funny.
But that's like me telling you, hey, man, you should rap about, like, substance abuse. And he's like, why the fuck would I do that?
No.
I didn't understand the assignment.
Right.
Do your fucking research before you start throwing, suggestions at people and what they should do.
Yeah.
That's all I fucking ask.
Yeah.
But episode 60, we're 63, right? Yep, 63. I keep forgetting fucking episodes. I knew once we got to a certain point, I was gonna start forgetting episodes. Episode 63. I still got a plug of the week, even though I let Brien give you a fucking freestyle of the year. Shout out 2021. It was okay. But it was better than 2020.
Damn, that's true. That is so
It was
true.
so much better, but it was still okay.
Goodness.
But even though I let him give you a freestyle of the year, I still came with a plug of the week because I care. And for the episode 63 playlist, the plug of the week, SoundCloud playlist plug of the week. It's a guy by the name of Nobu, very talented artist. I can't remember where he's from. Make sure I check that out. Nope, phone's almost dead. Nobu. Of course, as always, he'll be linked below, and his song will be added to the SoundCloud playlist plug of the week. But this dope ass song that he brings, ATL Savage, it's a fucking banger. The beat is disgusting. Make sure you check it out. And this is song number 19, I believe. If it's not 19, it's 18, which means we're like 1 to 2 songs away from finishing out plug of the week, volume 2. So if you haven't checked out volume 1 or volume 2, make sure you check it out because in about 2 or 3 episodes, we're going to be on volume 3. And make sure you're ready for that. So, this week's episode 63 plug of the week is ATL Savage by Nobu. Make sure you check it out.
Yeah, I live life like a motherfucking tour bus. If she don't eat the dick, feed it to her. Damn, yeah. I keep the green like Luigi. From the gutter, no game, no TV. No Yoda, I force you to see me. Play that big with Ogan like a P3. Damn, Cam, record that little bit like a movie. Bust her back, I'll turn her to a groupie. All these niggas just tweet disrespect. I don't have to make this for that check, I just do it. You say you a blood, but you pussy. You jumped in that game cause you scary. You need bitches to run with you, pull out them guns with you. While you blooded like Mary. Don't tell me just suck me, little mama. Don't tell me about none of your drama. Damn, lamb, she got a long neck like a llama. No makeup on, strapping that Mac on. 4 a.m. and all black, even Air Force. Pulling up to your crib and rob you for your shit and start cooping your bed with a mask on. Some shit I might do if you try me, I'm quiet. The deadliest kind of damn, ham. All this anger pit up in my body, man, reason why I'm a resort to this violence. I ain't playing no game, that childish. Man, reason I dropped out of college. Real lot niggas wanna be babies, still needed to die, but live life like a motherfucking tour bus. If she don't eat it, feed it to her. Damn, yam. I keep the green like Luigi. From the gutter, no game, no TV. No Yoda, I'll force you to see me. Play that bit with O-Gang like a P3. Damn, Cam. Piss on your pen when you see me pull up. I pull up, half court on some funny shit. In the middle of a game, you niggas is lame. Growing up playing boy on some bunny shit. Don't make me with none of them light skins. Might be light, but my right like Mike Tyson. Damn, slam. I cut your head up like ISIS. You bout to pop while I'm popping it off. No clip for respect, Mr. Harris. He put the A on the map and that classic. All of the rest of you cats is generic. Y'all bitches all on my time like I'm wick. No air, but I'm fresh in the bitch. Whip out the lot of whole swarm in the car. Now my bitch wanna wrestle a bitch. No, it's not a joke when I said I'm a god. Flip that little bit like a booger. You say you can't pull her up, find that shit. It wasn't shit when I pulled up, play fishing and see shit deceitful is hard. So I don't go fishing at all, bro. I just walk on my floor with a bucket of fuckers and fishes. Just pop up and hop on the block like a motherfucking tour bus. If she don't eat the diff, feed it to her. Damn, yam. I keep the green like Luigi. From the gutter, no game, no TV. No your dog, force you to see me. Play that bit with O-Gang like a P3. Damn, Cam. Record that little bit like a movie. Record that little bit like a movie.
Yeah, that was fucking ATL 7. That beat is disgusting. That beat is fucking disgusting. Yeah, I had to go cuss Ayana out because Ayana told Tim to shut the fuck up, and I had to tell Ayana this is my show to say Sweats and Leggings podcast because I'll tell Tim to shut the fuck up. You don't do that. But that's besides the point. Shout out Nobu, ATL Savage. That song is fucking dope as fuck. And as always, it'll be in the SoundCloud Players Plug of the Week. If you're not a Patreon, you're going to be pissed off because Brien might hit another freestyle. But it ain't free. The sound ain't free.
Ain't free.
He might hit another freestyle during the Patreon. And if you niggas aren't subscribed, you're going to be back. I got nothing for you.
Yeah.
So,
and I might cuss in this one, so. Heads up, you might want to subscribe.
You might want to subscribe to the fucking Patreon.
Because I don't never cuss.
It'd be like that sometimes. But at that hour mark, you know, we gave you a little extra time. But at the hour mark, we always say bye to you free niggas. So let me give out 2 kicks and a hug out here and say bye to you free niggas. Shout out to the men that learned from their mothers their whole lives except how to work a fucking stove. Dumb bitches love y'all. Shout out to the women who post about men don't change while they're in a relationship. Obviously, you're unhappy in yours. And dumb men love you. Shout out to the black people that know the difference between racism and systemic racism. Enough said. We love you. With all that being said, catalogs are important. A Rolodex is important. Shows your history. You've seen this show. You got this far. You're interested in more. All you got to do is get past the paywall. Today, I say, peace, free niggas.